Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anthropology 310 Origins of Human Diversity. My name is Dr. Eric Stanley, and I'm going to be your professor this semester. This fall 2025 semester, this is going to be a second 8 weeks class. So we're going to take all the material that we usually cover in 16 weeks, and we're going to be putting it into 8 weeks. So it's going to be moving a little bit faster than usual. My office is typically found in Anthropology 135, and my phone number is 2322. But I will be off campus this semester. My phone will still be available at 2322. But you can also contact me by email, and we can set up an office hour virtually, either over Zoom or Teams, on Mondays and Thursdays between 2:30 and 5:30. If you would like to talk to one of my teaching assistants, Lauren Griego has office hours Wednesday from 11 to 12, and she is also going to be online. And Samantha Wilkening has in-person office hours in Anthropology, room 118, Office G, on Tuesday from 1 to 2. So now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at what this course is all about. Anthropology 310, Origins of Human Diversity, explores the origins of humans and cultures through an anthropological perspective. It follows processes of human cultural change from foraging to complex societies worldwide and examines the social construction of race, gender, ethnicity, and other forms of identity. This is a general education diversity global requirement, which is probably why many of you are in this course. So the first thing that you're going to have to do in this course is read through the syllabus that we're going through today. It can be found on the Canvas module. And then you're going to take the participation agreement before October 17th. That way you can be officially registered in this class. For this course, we have 3 learning outcomes. By the end of this course, you should be able to think critically and openly about the diversity of peoples and cultures from other parts of the world, as well as right here in New Mexico. You should have an awareness of how culture, history, and personal experiences inform your knowledge. And you should also be able to communicate these ideas clearly and through both written and verbal communication. In this course, we do have a textbook. It's Muckle and Gonzalez through the lens of anthropology. You can either get the second edition, which is in the bookstore, or you can get it on at your favorite online retailer, or the first edition should work just fine if you find that copy as well, maybe a little bit cheaper. In addition to the textbook, there are a number of required articles, which you will find in the Canvas module. Um, I have a contact policy of checking my email every day except for weekends and then getting back to you within 48 hours. So I'll try to adhere to that this semester. Because this is an online class, we don't have an attendance policy. So all the lectures, quizzes, tests, discussion boards, and readings and PowerPoints can be found in the Canvas modules. It's your student responsibility to turn things in on time. We have a late penalty in this class. All late work is assessed a standard penalty of 1 letter grade off per week. So if you have an A on an assignment, if you turn in a week late, it will be a B. All assignments in this class are due Friday by midnight, so you can turn it in by then. In this class, we use a standard grading scale. A 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 90 is a B, 70, 60, and down below a 60 is an F. In this class, you'll be asked to do a number of different activities. You'll have 7 discussion boards, 7 quizzes, 7 homeworks, and 2 tests. About 18% of your grade will come from discussion boards, 28 from quizzes, 28% from homeworks, and about 26 from the test. For a total of 380 points in this class, you'll need at least 342 of those points to get an A, 304 to get a B, 266 or more to get a C, 228 to do a D, and 227 and below will earn you an F. Let's take a look at the specific activities that we're going to be doing. In this class, your first thing you'll have to do is 7 discussion boards. I've posted these on Canvas. They're all due on Friday. You'll have a prompt. You'll have to write at least 100 words in response to that question. That will earn you 8 points, but it's 10 points total, and you'll get your remaining 2 points by responding to someone else. If you don't respond to someone else, you only get a maximum of 8 points. So make sure you do that every week to get your full 10 points. Quizzes are next up. There's 7 of these as well. You'll have 15 minutes to complete these quizzes. The format of these quizzes are 10 multiple choice questions, and you have 2 attempts to take each quiz and I keep the higher score. They're also due on Friday. And you should take these quizzes after you've watched the videos and the lectures and gone through the PowerPoints and the articles and such to make sure that you've covered all the material before you take the quiz. Third type of assignment is a homework. You have 7 of these throughout the semester. These range from read an article and answer some questions. Some of these are more creative, in which you'll be making a couple timelines and family trees, and kind of learning about different civilizations and through these different assignments. So you'll be able to do, hopefully engage with these. When you turn these in, you'll turn these in via Canvas. Please turn it in by Friday of the week it is assigned. In addition, you have 2 tests, 50 points each. They're 100 points total. They are non-cumulative, so the first test covers week 1 through 5, and then the second test covers the second half of the semester, week 6, 7, 8, and 9. Each test is available through Canvas. It combines multiple choice questions with short answer essays, and it will draw on all the material from the class, including lectures, textbooks, videos, and anything else posted in the Canvas module. I've also posted a review guide in those modules to help you get ready for the test. Next up, let's take a look at the schedule. This includes the due dates for the assignments, as well as what are we going to be looking at in each week. There's only 9 weeks in this semester, so we're going to be moving pretty fast. In week 1, we're going to be talking about big questions like what is anthropology and how do and what are anthropological methods? How do we as anthropologists know what we know? So you can see in each week we'll have kind of these discussion questions. What is the scope of anthropology? What are the major subfields? What is the holistic approach? How is anthropology relevant to the globalized world? As well as methodologically, how do anthropologists know what we know? What are the different research methods and different subfields? And how do these diverse methods help us understand humans in the past and present? Usually if I put it in the topic and big question part of the syllabus, those are really good questions for you to know, and you may see them again on a test or a quiz. So for week 1, you're going to read chapter 1 in Muckle, as well as chapter 2 of Ember, which I've posted on Canvas in the module. You want to go through the PowerPoint that I posted there, as well as take the participation agreement, do discussion board number 1, homework number 1, as well as quiz number 1. All those things are going to be due Friday, October 17th. In week 2, we're going to be looking at genetics, evolution, and sociobiology of race, thinking about what is race and how has the concept been influenced by biological and social processes. What are the principles of genetics and how do they relate to human evolution? What are some of the important variations in human populations globally, and how are they related to biological and cultural differences? In week 2, you have homework number 2, as well as quiz number 2. Week number 2 is also when add drop is. It's on the 20th, so make sure if you are dropping the class, you do that by that date. Week number 3 is primates. We'll ask questions like, how does learning about primates impact our understanding of what it means to be human? What are some common traits that distinguish primates from other animals? What are some different types of primates and why are they interesting? And what is primate culture? For week 3, you're going to have discussion board number 2, homework number 3, and quiz number 3, all due on the 31st of October. Week 4 is Australopithecus in the lower Paleolithic, where we'll be looking at things like what are the major trends in hominid evolution? What are some of the distinctive physical and social traits found in early hominins? What is culture and how do we see it in the emergence of the archaeological record? And finally, what are some features of early Paleolithic culture? For week 4, you're going to have discussion board number 3, homework number 4, and quiz number 4, all due the 7th of November. Next up, we have week number 5, the middle and upper Paleolithic. It's also going to be the week that you have your test number 1. You're going to be looking at what is the biological relationship between the different subspecies of humans in the middle Paleolithic. Who are Homo floresiensis and why were they interesting? How do these ancient humans impact the cultures and bodies of modern humans today? And what are some of the features of the upper Paleolithic social world? For week number 5, you have discussion board number 4 and test number 1, all due on the 14th of November. Week number 6, you got the peopling of the world and domestication. We ask some questions like, what is the peopling of the world? How did humans first leave Africa? When did they reach North America and South America? How did they get here? and how do the debates around the peopling of the world impact modern issues surrounding indigeneity. And part two of this week, we're going to be looking at what are the domestication and what are the different types of human subsistence strategies around the world. When and where does domestication of different plants and animals occur? What are the different food production strategies? What are the consequences of food production? And how is the invention of agriculture still impacting our bodies today? In week number 6, you're going to be doing homework number 5, discussion board number 5, and quiz number 5, all due on the 21st of November. Week number 7, Old World Civilization. We'll be looking at questions like where did the first complex societies arise and when? What are civilizations and what are their distinctive characteristics? What are the different types of economies and how are past economic systems the same or different from modern economies? How can we see gender in the archaeological record and how do we understand the gender today? What factors led to the rise and fall of civilizations? And what is ethnogenesis and how do we see ethnicity in the past and present? Week number 7, you got homework number 6, discussion board number 6, and quiz number 6, all due on the 28th of November. And then finally, in week 8, we'll be doing a tour of New World civilizations, including civilizations of North America, Mesoamerica, and South America, where you'll have homework number 7, discussion board 7, and quiz number 7, all due on the 5th of December. Finally, on the 8th of December in week 9, you will have test number 2. That's Monday, unlike all the other assignments. That'll be due on Monday, the 8th, which will give me time to go through and grade those before you finish the semester. Let's take a look at the rest of the material in the syllabus, and then we'll go over to the Canvas module, and I'll show you around there. Plagiarism and academic integrity policy. So plagiarism and cheating of any kind on test, quiz, or exam will result in an F. See the student handbook for more information. Additionally, the use of AI-generated content to answer your quizzes and your homeworks or do your tests is considered academic dishonesty at this school, so you will be considered in violation of the student handbook. So please adhere to the highest standards of academic integrity. If you have a disability statement, if you have or believe you have a disability, contact V. Lucas over the accessibility office, and they will be able to give you reasonable accommodations for technology and other forms of accommodations, such as more testing time and or other anything else you need. Talk to V. Lucas over at Accessibility, and she will set that up, but you need to make contact with her in order to get those accommodations. FERPA and privacy. As a student, you have educational privacy. Your records are considered confidential. The Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, or FERPA, means your records are confidential and protected. So if you need those grades to be released to anybody for grad school or scholarship or work, it has to come through with permission from you. Copyright. This material is copyrighted. Please don't copy, duplicate, or download or distribute these materials on your own. Title IX says ENMU is committed to fostering a safe and productive learning environment, and we comply with Title IX, prohibiting sex discrimination as well as sexual harassment on campus. If you have incidents of sexual harassment or assault, you can report them to the Title IX coordinator at the email or phone number you see on your syllabus. Now, any other crimes you should report to the ENMU Police Department. And as an instructor, I'm a mandatory reporter to help keep you safe on campus. So any crime you share with me, I have to pass up the line. If you want to speak to someone anonymously, you can contact Arise Sexual Assault Services at this number or any other counselor, and they'll be able to speak to you anonymously. Now let's take a look at the Canvas module. Here we are. This is the module that you'll see in Canvas. The first, this is where you'll be using this semester to navigate through the course. And with all the materials you will need outside of your textbook will be found here in this module. So the home page looks like this. Recent announcements will be at the top here. Next, you'll find class resources. This first section is all kind of basic IT kind of material, including the homepage resources, Panopto, all kinds of links that you might need for technology as well as kind of student resources on campus. Next, you want to check out where this video is going to be found in this week 0 module. You'll also find the syllabus here, as well as the participation agreement you want to take as first week of class to show you are ready to take the class. And then you can kind of scroll down and see the assignments that you're going to see for that you're going to attempt this semester. Each week is set up as a module. This is, for example, week number 1, and it matches your syllabus exactly. So week 1, number 1, like we talked about in the syllabus, is what is anthropology and anthropological methods. This first link here is going to tell you what to do for the week. Tells you to read the chapters, to review the PowerPoints, to watch the videos, to do the discussion board, to do the homework, take quizzes, as well as the key concepts that we talked about on the syllabus. And then it has all the materials that you're going to need. So you'll see the first link is the PowerPoint. You'll click that. You'll go through it. This is the chapter 1. It's not the actual. I think it might actually have this one. Usually from the textbook, you'll have to read it on your own. I think I do have the first chapter. But this one for Ember chapter 2, there is a link to the chapter. So click that. You can also read this about things that you can do with an anthropological career. Next, you can scroll down and you can see the assignments that you're going to do. You have discussion board number 1 here. You have homework number 1. Here is the article that you're going to read. You click on it to open it. Once you finish the assignment, save it as a PDF or a Word doc and turn it into this link right here. Here is the quiz, these 10 multiple choice questions. Remember, you get 2 chances to take it and take your higher grade. And then below that, you'll see a number of videos. Some of these, like this one, is going to be me discussing some topics or lecturing, and other ones are going to be YouTube videos which you can learn about different topics that's kind of fit into the PowerPoint lecture or go along with that in your textbook. So make sure you check these out. These are part of the course material, and you will be expected to know them for quizzes and tests. And then you can kind of scroll on down and see each week follows the same pattern. Right here's number 2. It's got what you're supposed to read, what you're supposed to review. Here's some videos to watch, including some of me, some YouTube, your homework assignments, and your quiz. And you can kind of scroll on down, and you will be able to see all of it. You can see all of the things in the course right now, but you won't be able to turn in beyond, I believe, week 3 until each week. The course should be open for you to turn in. I believe it's 2 to 3 weeks ahead of schedule. If you do want to work ahead, you can go ahead, but you won't be able to complete the whole course in one sitting. So yeah, that's the course, and you turn in everything through here. So for example, all your grades will be calculated through Canvas because you'll be clicking here, discussion board, you'll be answering it here, you'll be turning in your homeworks here, and you'll be taking your multiple choice quizzes here, and that will all feed into your grades.